Working with Marvin, so I got to connect. Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, it's jazz, but it's different from the jazz that you hear. It's down there, it's more right? And we got the brand new. Oh, yeah? I'm sorry, I've been up to 5.
We all know sleep. The zombie is part of our.
What you say? They went, it was great. It was great.
Guess why I like that? Because my big baby needed, she was sick, for work, needed her mom to come home to me. My girlfriend is so much better. We don't need those numbers anymore because we grown. I took advantage. Y'all know I'm expensive now. Well, I ain't there yet. They said I got 4 years before. They said I got 4 years before I so I'm taking it. That's what they say. That's what they say. The 3 children and their partners. They say you got like a 4-year window. You can do all you want before we lock you back down.
How are you? I'm good, thank you. Oh, God, okay. You want the lights out too? The lights are down. You just turn them back on.
Morning.
I
Yeah.
wanted to share that particular film clip because it's the 2-year anniversary of the passing of Harry Belafonte today. This video that you saw, created by my team of kids from Harlem, orphan kids from Zimbabwe, and what was important about this is that Harry Belafonte asked us to do it by using Bob Marley's music. And our young people from this community produced it, and we connected with Japan to also join with us. You should also know that they are members of the Harlem Arts Lines from Japan. We have now members from Zimbabwe, and at the next meeting you'll hear from the ambassador from Nigeria. His representative is here because they're going to also join the Harlem Arts Alliance. So this organization is local with a global footprint, and I just want to thank all of the members who have been participating for the last year and a half now and helping us to relaunch the Harlem Arts Alliance. So again, I wanted to say thank you. There is an initiative by Community Board 10 to rename, not rename, but to name Harry Belafonte Way on 135th Street. So we have out here petitions to get your signature, because I want to let the community board know that the arts and culture community, although you may not live on 135th Street, but Harry Belafonte's legacy is important. So we want you to sign that so that we could show support for the renaming of 135th Street in Lenox Avenue, Harry Belafonte Way. Again, I want to thank you in advance for that. At this time, I want to introduce John Scutchins.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Yeah.
That was my mentor, my friend, my colleague, the amazing Boza River. I get to work with Boza every day, which is a real blessing and a real gift. And I just want to say publicly, thank you, Boza, for just being so amazing and so generous with your knowledge and your brilliance. So thank you. Yeah. On behalf of Boza Rivers and Daniel Coabady, our new CEO and Artistic Director, who you'll be seeing shortly, I welcome each and every one of you today to our Harlem Arts Alliance meeting. 25 is my favorite number, so it's like it's 2525 day, and then we're honoring Harry Belafonte, his passing. So I just want to welcome each and every one of you. If you could do me a favor, it's just take everything out your lap and just relax yourself and just really bring yourself into the space. You know, I want you to hold space for yourself. I'm asking you to hold space for others. And we can't do that if we're all bundled up and da-da-da-da, right? So yes, just relax and be here for yourself and for each other. This is so amazing. I see some new faces, which is really wonderful, and I see some regular faces, which is really great as well. So yeah, I just want us to just take together this one unifying breath, just to get us really in this space. And then I'm gonna give you some house rules, and then we're just gonna go on and listen to one another, okay? Is that good?
Yeah.
Great. So just take a deep breath in. Let it out. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, the breath of life. We woke up this morning, we're here, we get to be present. That is a gift. I do not take it for granted. So new beginnings. So I got a little house rules today. All the presenters, I need you to stick to your allotted time so that everyone gets a chance to talk. If we would like, we're also asking everyone to stay for the ending. So if you speak first, if you're able to stay until everyone speaks, so that we can all collectively take a group photo at the end. If you have to go to the bathroom, that's fine. Yes. Yeah, no, it really
We'll
is
give you
fine.
permission.
Yes.
You may pee.
And that is really it. That's
Mute your
all I have on my list. I'm gonna give an early shout out to Temple Jean, TJ, as you know her by. She puts this all together every month. Amazing. So I'd like to welcome the Senior Director of Strategic Partnerships and Community Outreach for Harlem School of the Arts, Ann Kim.
Well, he already said my long title, so I'm not going to repeat it. But hi, everyone. I'm actually not going to speak long because we have a presentation in a little bit. But I first of all just wanted to say welcome to HSA. It's nice to see some new faces and a lot of familiar faces. And thank you for being here on this beautiful spring day. I also wanted to say thank you to Harlem Arts Alliance for just always bringing all of us very hard-working people together in one room to share all the things that we are doing in and for the Harlem community, and also just giving us a chance to connect the dots so that we can sort of, identify potential points of synergy between our organizations, and of course to share what everyone is doing in our own communities. I also wanted to just say a quick thank you to our tech guy up there, Isaiah, who is doing our slides and our videos. Thank you, everyone. And then she's going to be speaking in a little bit, but I also wanted to introduce the newest member of the outreach team, Maria Perez, who is so wonderful. You'll be hearing more from her later. So thank you, everyone. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Kitty Rose, you want to stand up, or are you already standing? Yes, there she goes. Okay. So Kitty has been doing filming of our Harlem Arts Alliance meetings, and this is what she filmed last week. So we're not last week, actually, the last time we gathered.
Community partnerships is a gathering of like-minded people who are interested in maintaining the legacy of their ancestors through arts and culture, and having conversations on a monthly basis with what I call art practitioners is just something that I'm wedded to. Harlem Arts Alliance is the vehicle that we use to do that work.
Community partnerships are essential, I believe, for building long-term relationships and understanding of the community and the art. I think that is the core of how we can really sustain the presence of Black and Brown artists by being engaged consistently and joyfully.
Community partnership is all about creating legacy. Community partnerships mean to me stronger communities. Community partnerships mean strength.
The partnership is connection. Fostering a connection to be able to reach out to run an idea by a friend who can then connect you to others.
Community partnerships mean a lot. It means collaboration. It means connecting with one another to create something bigger than themselves.
One word that describes how I feel when I leave these meetings:
Empower. Inspiration.
Inspired. Renewed.
Inspired. Inspired.
That's absolutely beautiful. Let's give her another round of applause, please. Yes.
And a round to all of you. Thank you.
Just want to let you know also on the run of show, we've added people's email addresses to it this time. So if you want to get in contact with people, you can via their email here. So make sure if you didn't get one to get a run of show. And I'd like to, I'd like to welcome our next speaker, the Education and Outreach Coordinator for Harlem School of the Arts, Marie Perez.
Hi everyone.
Good morning.
It's good to see all of you. Well, welcome to Harlem School of the Arts. We are so glad to have you here. We would like to, I would like to present some of the programming that we have coming up. So this is actually our Harlem School of the Arts Summer Arts Experience. It's an arts summer camp for kids 5 through 12. It is broken into 3 sessions, and we actually thank you to the thank you, and
What?
Oh, you need the clicker.
I need the clicker, yes. Thank you. Beautiful, thank you. So yeah, we are actually presenting the Summer Arts Experience because there are a couple of great financial aid opportunities. Thanks to the West Harlem Development Corporation and the New York State Arts Scholarship Program, we are actually offering up to 90% financial aid for our Summer Arts Intensive and Summer Arts Experience program. As you can see here, here are the requirements. I will also be sending out an email to each and every one of you, with all the details of who qualifies and all that. But for the West Harlem Development Corporation, as you can see, students may receive up to $1,200 in financial assistance in addition to HSA's Max Financial Award. We are prioritizing students from the Community Board 9, members from Community Board 9, as we hope to see them all here. Awesome. So here we are also offering summer intensives. As we all know, we're all artists over here in one way, shape, or another. And so to hone the artistry over the summer, we are offering a couple of intensives right here. As you can see, we have our Creative Campus Intensive for ages 11 through 18, and we have our Dance Summer Intensive for ages 11 through 18 as well. These intensives run a couple of weeks only, and they focus on the specific discipline. We have our Big Band Intensive, so it is free on ages 11 through 18. It is to train with top jazz professionals as well. And we have our Major Choir Intensive, ages 11 through 18 as well. These are our theater intensives. As you can see, we have a commercial intensive that's ages 11 through 18, two musical theater intensives, one for kids ages 8 through 13, and one for kids ages 5 through 7. Oh, sorry, got ahead of myself. For all of these intensives, we are also offering financial aid as well. We have today actually a free jazz jam session that is open to the community. One of our lovely teaching artists is actually going to be performing at it, Tamia Johnson. It will be today at 5 o'clock. We hope to see some of you there. We also have, to celebrate International Jazz Fest tomorrow, we have a We Got Swing Jazz is Movement workshop that is open to the community, and that is tomorrow as well. And we are very proud to say that we are actually partnering with the Central Park Conservatory for their grand opening of the Davis Center at the Harlem Mere. We are hosting a media and design workshop there that is open to the community. It has arts and crafts for all ages, like musical performances, yoga and dance classes, lawn games, and guided tours as well. That is tomorrow from 12 to 4. We hope to see you in some of our events, and yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Wow, thank you, thank you. When you're using the clicker for your presentation, I just point it towards this way because the video projector is that way. All right. So coming up next is the board chair for the Children's Art Carnival, Michael Unthank.
I don't need a clicker, but I do have a few things to say, so please forgive me. What happened to Boza Amanda? Thank Boza. Oh, could it be over here? I wanted to thank those, and a couple of stories I want to tell real quick before I tell you why I'm actually here. Because it is such an important time, and I think that I want you to see my authentic old Harlem Arts Alliance t-shirt, which I pulled out this morning. There was a time I had outgrown it, but I came back to it. But no, I'm serious. So I feel that, first thing, very quickly, Temple Jean is here, and Temple Jean and I went to school together at Hampton, believe it or not. Years and years and years ago, like 50 years ago. So there was a time I came to New York when I was a kid, and Temple was very generous to me and very helpful to me. And so running into Temple and, kind of reconnecting with Temple is really great. She's a fantastic person, so I'm really happy. And I guess I haven't recognized you before, but you should be recognized. All these things actually knit together, so just bear with me. I met Boza, this isn't about me, it's about Boza, in like 1979, when I went to see Roger Furman to talk about a grant at his space over on 125th Street in Lenox and Malcolm X. And that's how I met Boza. He was very young then. I was like this tall. And over the years, our relationship has grown and grown. And as you know, I was here, John was talking about working with Boza, and I spent several years working directly with Boza. And I can attest to what John said that, what's wrong, can you? I really don't need a microphone, but it's okay. In any case, so I can attest to the fact that Boza's impact and his generosity, his work with everyone here in Harlem has had an incredible effect on all of us and bringing us together. The issue about the Harlem Arts Alliance and bringing folks together is exactly what was described, but I think when you talk about taking a deep breath, you have to take that deep breath and realize how important it is. It's not just something that you do on a Friday or whatever day. Now it's even more important because we need to come together and at least share ideas and thoughts as we move through this period of time where there's such hatred and such divisiveness that's abounding in our world and certainly in our community. So it's very important that we come together. And I'm going to reach out to Boza and do what I can to try to set up situations where we can come together to actually talk about some of the issues. Funding is going to be dramatically impacted over the next couple of years for folks that get funding, because if you don't get funding, you're still struggling to get there. And I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I know. I said, bear with me. Okay, now, Harry Belafonte. Boza, one of the experiences I had with Boza is he took me to some conference somewhere, I think it was in Jamaica, I believe in Mo Bay, and Harry was on the panel, and somehow I ended up on that panel. I'm sitting on the panel with like 100 people in the audience, and I'm wondering, what am I doing on this panel with Mr. Belafonte? You know, we had a Harlem Arts Alliance Advocacy Week meeting at Riverside Church a couple of years later. And Harry remembered me, and he said, "How are you doing, man?" And this is what I'm talking about, the continuity from the past to the future. And this is what the legacy is that our ancestors and our forefathers brought to us, and we have to move it forward. So it's up to us. There's nobody else. There's no safety net. Okay? Now, based on that, this all comes together because I am the co-chair. I got another chairperson to come in at the Children's Art Carnival. And I know that that is a strange thing in a sense for me to say because I'm always such a hob. But we are right up the hill at 62 Hamilton Terrace, and we are a community arts center basically dedicated to the visual arts. We were founded by our artist, Betty Blake Taylor, who was part of the Black Arts Movement. She was here at the same time, Dorothy Maynard was here, etc., building these institutions. I understand. So, anyway, we're having an exhibition of the WUC Artist Collective that came out of that same time period. It's reflections of WUC 1965 to present. It's a beautiful show. It's done in partnership with the Hamilton Landmark Galleries that is right around the corner on 144th Street, if you don't know where that is. Kim Hamilton might even be here. I don't know. Is she? No? Okay. So, pick up a card. The opening is tomorrow night, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whatever time people want to leave. You meet some of the best artists, Adamola, Dinka, Otto Niels, among others. We have 17 artists we're showing. So please come. I wanted to make sure that you see this. The card's on the table. More information about the art carnival is there. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. So I'd like to welcome the founder of Harlem Opera Theater, Ms. Carol Brown.
Thank you. I hope everyone's well this morning, and like everyone else, we thank Boza for all that he does. I haven't been by his office in a while. It's an art museum. It is absolutely amazing with Black art and history of Harlem. So when you can make an appointment, I'm sure you'd enjoy it. Harlem Opera Theater was founded in 2001. And we were founded because of the need to put the voices out in the community. Today, several of our voices have gone to the Metropolitan Opera and international opera houses. I'm here because tomorrow, and we have a lot of things going on tomorrow, we will be at the Schomburg Center. Interesting enough, what we do is we honor certain people, and one of the people we honored was Harry Belafonte. So his family and foundation came into the Schomburg to see what we did, and he was a big fan of opera, so that really came into place. So we are tomorrow at the Schomburg Center. We were there 15 consecutive years, and then COVID came. We will have, regrettably, our artistic director cannot be there tomorrow, but Gary Mitchell from a church in Harlem will be there, and he will be playing piano for Marina Hilaire and Noah Stewart. So we will get a wonderful show as always. This is one of the photos of Arturo Schomburg. We often go to the Schomburg Center, but we really don't have the history of Schomburg himself and how he fought. This is his grandson, Dean Schomburg, and he will be there tomorrow night to talk about his grandfather and the Schomburg Center. These are the things we do during the year, so we'll be again in June presenting something.
Did you know one of the most influential curators of Black history was Puerto Rican? His name is Arturo Schomburg, and his work helped create the blueprint of modern Black studies. Arturo Alfonso Schomburg was born on January 24, 1874 in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He moved to New York City at 17 and shortly after became a Freemason. During his first few years in the city, Schomburg worked closely with revolutionary Cuban and Puerto Rican independence groups. He surrounded himself with Afro-Boricuas and Afro-Cubans, and also became invested in Black American culture. Schomburg's life became about rewriting the history of Afro-descendants. He wrote about the experiences of Black folks at home and abroad, and dedicated himself to collecting, documenting, and archiving art and other published work across the diaspora. In 1911, he co-founded the Negro Society for Historical Research, and eventually served as the president of the American Negro Academy. Schomburg became one of the most prominent figures of the Harlem Renaissance, working with people like W.E.B. Du Bois, Zora Neale Hurston, and Langston Hughes. By 1926, Schomburg had collected thousands of books, documents, and manuscripts important to Black history, and sold his collection to the New York Public Library. He went on to curate the groundbreaking Negro collection at Tennessee's Fisk University, and curated NYPL's Schomburg collection of Negro literature and art in Harlem, until he died in 1938. This collection later became Harlem's Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. While he may not be written about in all of our history books, Arturo Schomburg is one of the fathers of Black history, and he was Afro-Latino.
Thank you for this opportunity, and if we don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you at another time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome the founder of Harlem CLX, Richard Pelzer. Just like when people don't listen. Good morning, everyone. My name is Richard Pelzer. I am the founder of Harlem CLX. Harlem CLX is a community engagement audience development firm that I created over the pandemic. CLX stands for Create, Learn, and Experience, and we ask people that live in Harlem to create learning experience, and everyone that visits Harlem to create learning experience. I do represent a number of different organizations in Harlem, but today I am actually here to speak about the NYC by Design Festival that's actually happening next month, May 15th through the 21st. I'm working with Melissa Skinner, who's in the audience, who would not want to come up. But when we're up here, I try to talk fairly slow, but I do talk very fast. But I met my match with her. She speaks much faster than me. But with that actually said, we have some really great partners that we're working with this year. We are working with the Harlem Arts Alliance, and I'm a very proud member to be. And we're also working with the Harlem Tourism Board, which I believe Tony is in the audience as well. I do think it's really key and important when we're talking about design, and design really is architecture, landscape design. It affects all of us. And so we do actually have a video that I would like to actually show. I guess I'm supposed to do that. That we did last year. Last year's event that we actually did was our case study of what we would like to actually see, because most of Harlem, the NYC by Design happens mostly downtown, so in the Tribeca area and the Soho area. And we really would like to make sure that everyone in Harlem also gets a chance to participate. It is a citywide event. There's over 160,000 people that actually participate during the week. And our goal is for next year, the next 36 months, for us to be able to build it out. I'm going to show the video, and then we'll go from there. Take one.
Harlem is an amazing space. It's been my home for the past 30 years. And I want to invite everyone up to be able to see the amazing design, the design elements that are actually here. So I'm really excited about that, and hopefully you guys will be able to come and visit.
Design is everywhere. Design is in food, it's in clothing, it's in the rich history of the architecture and the design that we live in, that we breathe in. There is nothing, there is nowhere that you can go where design is not available.
So my name is Fiji St. Louis, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist based here in Harlem. And the reason why I'm attached to New York City by Design is my background in design with the combination of community and artwork that I've been doing here. To be the inaugural artist for the Harlem Design District space is an honor, because Harlem has always been home to art, to this renaissance of ideas and imagery, and to continue that forward with the idea that we're also embedding design into it is really a pinnacle for where Harlem is going for the future.
Design definitely plays a major part because it's all about construct for an artist. It's also about direction and planning. Fiji St. Louis, who is an architect as well as a creative. It's in the planning where you figure out a lot of the details.
For Nyla to be part of the launch of the New York Design Harlem activation has been really a great opportunity, because it's beautiful to be able to show other folks from downtown, other parts of the world, all of the creativity, the design that lives at home, but to further all of the other capacities that design exists.
When you talk about art, culture, sports, you name it, there is an icon in Harlem that you can point to. When I think of Harlem design, the word that comes to mind is creativity.
Harlem Fashion Week came about because we really saw that there was a need to be able to provide access for fashion designers here in the Harlem community that was affordable.
I think what inspires design for me is identity. Once you understand your identity, you understand who you are as a person, and you're inspired not just by what you see around you, but also the makeup of your being.
To me, design is all about intentionality, the thoughtfulness. There's this, I feel like with all artists and creatives, that you wake up very ephemeral and that creativity just happens, like you just spout it out. Design is about that slow and methodical process of understanding your work, being intimate with the details, and creating a message, I think, that's most cohesive.
Harlem means music. Harlem means that it's loud. Harlem means that it's beautiful. Harlem means that it's a church. It's a sermon. It's love. It's joy. It's also sometimes a little sad, but it's always poetry.
It's this liveliness, it's this underbelly of wealth of knowledge, of culture, especially for Black people.
When I think of Harlem design, I think of all the ways that our culture has become part of our built environment. We have the buildings, the tile work, the fabric, it's all embedded in us.
There you go, thank you. As I mentioned, the NYC by Design is May 15th through the 21st. On Tuesday, actually, I'm going to actually start at the top. On Friday, May the 16th, the Harlem Arts Alliance is partnered up with the City of New York School of Architecture, and they're going to be doing a presentation across 135th Street, which I'm very excited about. But the main event that we're going to be working on is Tuesday, May the 20th, from 10 to 10 at 10 o'clock. We're going to be doing a press conference with all of the, thank you, I have 2 minutes, for all of the Harlem Arts Alliance members. And we're asking any of the Harlem Arts Alliance members and the other folks to be able to really contact us, so we would be able to engage and include as many elements that we possibly can. during the week of the 15th through the 21st, we were really looking at Harlem Nights and all of the different restaurants and bars and all the activities that are actually happening. So if you have anything that you would like to share with us, we are going to be putting it on our app and also on our website, which I will share with you. So if you take a picture of the QR code, we would love for you to fill it out, because again, this is about community. So as much as we would be able to do is engage, we would love for you guys to be able to share what you would like for us to be able to share for folks that are downtown to come uptown to be able to spend time with us. I will be here with Melissa after the event, so if anybody has any questions for us, I think it would be really great. Our goal is for the next 36 months to be able to activate the whole week. So hopefully in 2026 and 27 and 28, we will be able to make sure that folks are actually coming up and showcasing all of the design and creativity that is here in Harlem. So thank you guys very much for listening, and I'll be here after you.
Thank you, Richard. All right, up next is the Assistant Commissioner for New York City Department of Cultural Affairs. Please let's welcome Audrey St. Clair.
Hello.
Hey, all right.
How's everyone doing today?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm so excited to be here on behalf of DCLA, the Program Services Unit. I'm also joined by my fabulous, wonderful colleague, Ms. Kansi Kama, who is one of our program officers as well at DCLA. Thank you, Kansi, for organizing our participation in today's meeting with you all. So we are actually here excited to share with you information about the FY26 Cultural Development Fund application. That application is now live. We released the application March 31st. The deadline to apply is actually May 8th by 5 p.m. If you are eligible, we highly encourage you to apply. It is 13 days away for that deadline. So I'm going to share some invaluable information so you can find out more. Oh, okay, there we go. So the CDF, the Cultural Development Fund, is open to eligible nonprofit arts and cultural organizations and is New York City's annual competitive grant-making process that supports a broad, multidisciplinary group of diverse nonprofit cultural organizations for public programming. This fiscal year, CDF grants totaled $59.3 million, and we awarded 1,078 arts and cultural organizations that are across the 5 boroughs of New York City. This grant is supported by NYC tax dollars and is not funded by the federal government. I think that's very important and deserves a round of applause. The CDF provides cultural programmatic funds for nonprofit organizations. Keep in mind that we do not fund individuals, and you must be incorporated as a non-for-profit organization. The focus of CDF is cultural public service, and the public in New York City must have access to your proposed project within the fiscal year. Okay. Oh, I got it now. Okay, thank you. So with the CDF, it is a project-based application. Applicants have to propose a project. We do not provide capacity building or general operating support. You have to demonstrate 2 years of arts and culture service. You need to show evidence of cultural activities and must show related expenditures on your 990 form. The award range is $10,000 to $100,000, which is based on your budget size. However, all first-time grantees start with a $10,000 grant regardless of the size of your budget. And this is a grant, it is not a contract, nor is it a reimbursement. So once the contract is signed and all of your required documents are submitted, an initial payment is issued. Again, the deadline is Thursday, May 8th at 5 p.m. and there are no exceptions. And we do encourage you to apply because, as you can see, we host so many different types of organizations and types of disciplines, everything from art services to galleries to performing arts venues, projects that are centered in dance, music, theater, visual arts, and film are also some of our projects that we have funded. So keep in mind the myriad of opportunities that are available through the CDF. And another reason to apply is that you can implement transformative grant projects throughout all 5 boroughs, depending on what your passions are, and to see that spark ignite within the audiences that you serve is really a powerful transformative tool. And lastly, winning a CDF grant helps build credibility, as well as strengthens your opportunity to secure funding from other government and private funders. So I will now pass the mic to my colleague Kansi to continue with the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you. It's good to be home. I used to come to these meetings quite a bit. So I'm going to pick up where Audrey left off, and I'm going to add that. Another reason to apply is that if you, for instance, have capital needs, if you need equipment, if you would like to purchase a building, if you would like to renovate a space, you first have to win a CDF grant to be eligible for city capital funds. So that's another reason that you might want to apply. And then I'm just going to tell you how you apply. Let's see. There we go. Well, thank you. Did you do that? Thank you. So there are 5 steps to applying. The first one is to make sure you do the eligibility quiz. It's a pretty hefty application, so you don't want to just dive in and then find out you're not eligible, especially if you're a new organization. To access the opportunity, you do have to be a nonprofit organization incorporated no later than 2023. You have to be current with your tax filings. You have to be current with your Charities Bureau filings. So it's very important that you make sure you're eligible before you decide to apply. And so if you determine that you are eligible, the next step, of course, is to register for a DCLA account. Do that immediately because it can take quite a few steps. So make sure you do that right away. The third thing is to watch a webinar, or you can even participate live. We have a live webinar on May 1st. That's the last one that we're doing. That'll be our 4th one. And you can answer and ask questions in real time, so make sure that you go ahead and participate in the webinar. You can do the live one, or you can go right now to the website and look at a recorded webinar. For those of you who don't want to wait to start the application. Okay, and then the 4th thing is we have a ton of application tools that help you through the process. Like I said, it's a kind of a hefty application. The process has been made much easier in the last 5 years, but there's still quite a lot to do. And so we really encourage you to use the application tools. We have worksheets that you can download, and you can actually do all of your work in the worksheet before uploading it online. We have the webinar, we have FAQ documents that are updated weekly. We have all kinds of tools online that you can use. So if you decide to apply for this application, I can't stress more that you really should use the tools. And then the 5th thing is to apply on time. If you miss the deadline, there's nothing we can do for you. So the deadline is, of course, Thursday, May 8th at 5 p.m. Also, I just want to say, there's a whole team of program officers there to help you. I'm one of those program officers. If you have a question along the way, you can always email us at cdfhelpdesk@culture.nyc.gov. There's a one-sheet in the back that has all of the information on it that you'll need to apply, so please definitely pick up one of those one-sheets. And another thing I want to just kind of emphasize is that everyone won't be eligible for the CDF. Right? There's some very specific guidelines. But if you are an individual artist, if you're an unincorporated arts collective, if you're any other entity, there are other funding opportunities for you at the city. And those are actually issued through the arts councils. There are 5 arts councils. There's one in each borough. And on that one sheet, I've listed QR codes to all the arts councils. So please do, look into the opportunities that we're offering. And if the CDF is not for you, definitely look at the arts councils for more opportunities. Okay, another thing you can do is become a panelist. Of course, as you can imagine, there are so many organizations that want access to these funds. The way that we keep the process fair and equitable is that the CDF is awarded through a peer panel review process. So we're asking anyone who's qualified to please apply. We're looking for people with considerable experience in the New York City arts field to become panelists. As a panelist, you are asked to read and score applications. You are given a $480 stipend for your time and effort. And if you're interested, there's a QR code, please scan and please apply. And if you know anyone who should be a panelist, please do encourage them to apply. And that's kind of it. We promise to keep it quick, right? Because we want to make sure that we can answer any questions you may have. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us and to learn about the CDF. We appreciate all of the work that you do. The work that you do is important and critical. It's what helps New York City thrive. So we really want to see you all, everyone who's eligible, apply for the grant. We want to see you establish, of course, greater funding for organizations and build longevity and continue to serve New York City. So with that said, take the eligibility quiz, watch a webinar or participate live, and please apply by Thursday, May 8th at 5 p.m. And that is it. We're now going to open the floor for questions. Audrey and I will take any questions you may have. Yes, sir. Red Hat.
Do you encourage members of the Lions to become panelists? They're kind of power.
Absolutely. Please become a panelist. The link is on the one sheet in the back, or please register to become a panelist. It's a process. You have to apply. We also vet the applications, but we're really encouraging people to go through that process because we want the panels to reflect the diversity of New York City and to reflect your communities. So, encourage your friends who might be qualified. If you yourself are qualified, and by qualified we mean you have a history of working in the arts in New York City. So yes, please do submit to be a panelist. Yes, sir, with the beautiful hair.
Thank you, appreciate it. Can you apply with a fiscal sponsor or a partner organization?
Yes, you can apply with a fiscal sponsor, but there are always very specific parameters you must meet. So I would suggest that you email us at CDF Help Desk and we can kind of go through it and make sure that you're eligible. You still have to be incorporated as a nonprofit New York City-based organization. You still have to have been incorporated by 2023. You don't have to have your 501c3 though, if you're using a fiscal sponsor. So just make sure you email us and we can kind of make sure that you're eligible.
And we want to change that, right? The Department of Cultural Affairs is a wonderful resource for arts and cultural organizations throughout all 5 boroughs, so we are excited to be here with you today. And in terms of accessibility, if you have questions about filling out the application or about DCLA in general, we have an email, cdfhelpdesk@culture.nyc.gov, where you can ask all types of questions pertaining to your offerings, your programs, and hopefully how there's some synergy within the resources that DCLA provides. And like Hansi was saying, we have program officers who are passionate about the work, going out into the communities and really being a resource. So between program officers, email us, please feel free to contact us so we can get you the services and the support that you so rightly deserve. I just wanted to add, when you email CDF Help Desk, it's not like you're emailing into the abyss. Your question is immediately assigned to a program officer and answered right away. Go ahead.
Yeah, just want to have a quick comment. I was a CDF panelist in the past.
Okay.
And to people that want to get funding, the best thing that you can do is get on the panel so you can really understand the process of what you would need to do if you wanted to fill in your application.
Very good point, thank you. More questions?
I'm a CDF, fund recipient, and I just wanted to attest that it's true that your help desk is amazing and that the program officers are always there to help out compared to other funders that we work with. It's fabulous. So thank you.
Thank you. We're so glad to hear that we've been helpful and useful to you, and we want to continue to be helpful and useful to prospective new applicants, so please do message us, contact us, and we're happy to support you through your CDM process. Thank you so much. Thursday, May 8th, 5 p.m.
Let's give another hand for these ladies. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Yes. And so coming up next is the president for Harlem Community Development Corp, Curtis Archer.
Wadi, you know I want you to stay up here, right? How's everybody doing? All right. So as you know, I'm left without my better half, which is Ima Oria. Folks, how'd you do this to me? Come on, you know. But remember, I did wear his swag. You see this, right? But where do I live? I live in Sugar Hill, so. Take it off. You always want neighborhood swag here. So I see that we have Harlem Community Development Corporation. Remember, we are a state agency under Empire State Development Corporation. And remember, I had served not one, not two, but 5 governors. I came in 2006 for one project. Anybody know what that project is? Can you say the Victoria Theater? Yep. During that particular period, do you know that both my boys graduated, so can you say no more tuition? Right, exactly. And I have to even say, folks, get ready. Can you say Archer Strategic Consulting? Why not? Why? Not yet, not yet. I'm not receiving anybody for this yet. Okay? But let me see if I can go. Wadi, I'm going to point this. I guess which one? Oh. Yes. So we too have a grant program, and the commissioner, is she still around?
She's outside.
Oh, okay, because I wanted to ask something, if there's a re-granting program, that, you know, on CDC, we could potentially do that. You know, we get a nice and know the cultural dance organization, theater companies, you know, but Michael, I won't take away your shine, I promise.
You should talk to her about that, absolutely.
Well, no, I'll just talk about it. So there were 2 things that occurred as a result of Columbia's expansion in Manhattanville. Anybody know Manhattanville? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Technically, remember, just say West Harlem. That's what it is. Okay, thank you. Okay, one of the things was the creation of a nonprofit organization called what? West Harlem Development Corporation. They were capitalized to the tune of $76 million over a 16-year period. But then there was also the apportionment of $20 million over a 24-year period, and that, of course, is Harlem Community Development Corporation. So are there any grantees in the audience here?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. You know I want to take a little shine here. Thank you. This is what's that. And so the grant period is open now. Okay, it's open until October 31st. Only 501c3 nonprofits, and no, we do not use fiscal conduits. Okay, must be a 501c3. Plus, you must also, because we're a state agency, pre-qualified through the statewide financial system. Oh, well, we're registered. No, what did I say? I said pre-qualified through the statewide financial system. Once you've done that, then yes, Joyce, can it be successful? Yes. Thank you. Okay. What else I got here? Yes. Here it goes. It says statewide financial system. You also have a help desk because Harlem Community Development Corporation, we have nothing to do with the statewide financial system. So gentlemen with the New York Black Yankees, no, you hit us up, we won't answer that question. They will answer that question, okay? Next. Please go to our website, because you know, I have a tendency, a lot of times, because I live and work in the communities at Bosa, I'm at a bus stop, right? So of course I give them my card, right? And I said, hit me up about anything happening north of 96th Street. Do not hesitate. Would you know that he hit me up, he said, I filed my taxes and I didn't get my refund. We don't do that. So I encourage you first, that's right, a real story. So I encourage you first to please go to the website, okay? And understand what we do, okay? What else we got here? Yes. So these are some of our upcoming webinars. We used to actually do this in person at the Harlem State Office building on the second floor. But since COVID, we've gone to a virtual platform. So I encourage you, all of these particular resources are free. So take advantage. I joke with people, I'm your tax dollars at work. Okay, so make sure that you tap into this. If you have questions about anything that we do in the community, call me, please. Do not send me a long email. Just pick up the phone and call, right? So these are the upcoming webinars that we have going on. And if you actually think that checking out content, thank you, Waddy. If you see that there's something not being covered, send us a suggestion, please. And basically, sometimes sitting here and hearing some of the presentations, I already think about some of the podcasts and radio shows. Because I'm looking at Ulysses right now. He knows he's coming on already. Yes, these are some of the important email addresses. Please, you see, email is not with me, but also Pedro Hernandez. How many of you know Pedro? Thank you. Pedro is a HUD certified counselor. So if you're thinking about purchasing a property anywhere, repeat, anywhere in the continental United States, including Puerto Rico, you contact Pedro Hernandez, okay? That is what he does. And how many of you guys have your own business, but you're not MWBE certified to do business with the state? Okay, and why? Why not? But I encourage you to check out Brian Coquer. Actually, I'm gonna hit me up before you hit up Brian, because I've been told that there's a big kahuna at ESD who would prefer, I believe it's Jenny Lowe, who would prefer that you first interact with her, and then they will assign folks to actually handle your certification, okay? Waddy, am I still good? Oh, that's the last one. Waddy, thank you, my brother. Thank you all. Remember, I'm Curtis Archer, and of course, it's 212-961-4156. Thank you all.
Thank you, Brother Archer. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes. Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I just got a little housekeeping work to do again. Again, if you haven't filled out the petition for the renaming of 135th Street between Lenox and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard to be renamed Harry Belafonte Street. Please fill this out. And also, please.
I stepped out for a minute because I got a call from Harry Belafonte's wife, and she wanted me to give all of you a thank you for you signing the petition for her husband's renaming. It's from Pam Belafonte.
Thank you, Jose. And also fill out our survey. Also, you can find it in the back or when you checking out today, okay? And also, I'd like to just give a shout out to a great friend of mine's teacher, James Pringle, who now goes by Toussaint. James was the founder of the Harlem Theater Company, and he taught acting, he taught voice, and being around him gave me the confidence to want to speak in public and be public. So I just want to give you a shout out today and say thank you. And so coming up next, Director of Career Readiness and Service Wealth Build at the Harlem Children's Zone. Let's welcome Jenny Sue.
morning.
Good morning.
Can everyone hear me? Okay. Perfect. It is so wonderful to be here. Thank you so much to Boza and TJ for inviting us into your community this morning. So my name is Jenny. I'm here with my colleague Andrea. We work for Harlem Children's Zone. So we are a local nonprofit that runs education and youth programs dedicated to ending the cycle of intergenerational poverty. And we have two really exciting programs I want to share with you, and we are looking for your support in really helping to instill this spirit of arts and culture in our next generation and help guide some of our young people and mentor them as they think about their careers and their futures. So the first program I want to talk about is our summer high school internship program. So we run this program for our rising 11th and 12th graders, really our brightest, most mature students, to give them an opportunity to get into the workplace and start to gain some of that real world experience and skills. So we're looking for people who would be interested in actually hosting an intern for the summer. I know Boza and TJ are actually going to be hosting one of our interns this summer, so thank you to you. And for anyone here, our scholars are really great at anything around admin, social media, research. They can be a real support just in helping you, work through some of your maybe office managerial tasks and also learning about your business and your art. So you are not expected to compensate the interns. Harlem Children's Zone, we do all of that. We also provide training for our interns before they get to you. And along the way, we'll be in constant communication to support you through the program and with any challenges that may arise. So there is a QR code you can scan. There are flyers at the back. If you are interested, please fill out the interest form. Let us know a little bit about yourself and your business. You can also reach out to me directly if you have any questions. So our next program, if you aren't sure you want to host an intern, regardless, we would love to still invite you to come to our middle school career days. So these are happening May 20th through 22nd, and they are programs where we actually create industry panels and activities for our middle schoolers to start learning about the careers that they're interested in. So we will be having an arts and media panel, and we would love to have some of you come speak just a little bit about your career advice you have for a middle schooler. It's a really great opportunity to start to guide the next generation and show them a little bit of like, hey, these are things that I wish I knew when I was your age, or things that you can start thinking about as you embark on figuring out your own future. They are a lot of fun. So you will have the opportunity to talk a little bit about yourself, meet and network with other professionals who come. You can also help us in facilitating some really fun career exploration activities as well. And I will say, we always feed you very well during these career days. So there are 3 days that are happening. You do not have to come for all of them. You can sign up for one or multiple. We are really in need of people on Wednesday, May 21st though, so if you can be available the morning of Wednesday, May 21st, we would especially love to have you then. And they are all located right here in Harlem, so a few of our schools, there's one on 129th Street, 125th, and then one up by 143rd Street. Again, we have a flyer in the back, or you can scan that QR code to sign up. So thank you all very much for having us here. Flyers in the back, and myself and Andrea will be around if you have any questions.
Oh, right. Up next is the founder and president of the New York African Chorus Ensemble, Joyce Adewume.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Would I have to use this as well? No, right? Okay, thank you so much. Yes, he has announced who I am. I'm here to talk about the New York the New York City Multicultural Festival. Do you all know that there are over 150 countries that are represented by different countries? Sorry, it's not that one more time. Do you know that there are immigrants from 150 different countries that are here in New York City? And New York City has been called home to the world. Everyone wants to come to New York City. This is why you will have the United Nations here. But when you have people from so many different backgrounds, what can happen is that you can have negative stereotypes that can lead to hate crimes. So, using the power of the arts, we decided to celebrate our differences rather than use it to cause harm. So the New York City Multicultural Festival is a celebration of New Yorkers, because New Yorkers look like you, they look like me. New York City Multicultural Festival is a citywide festival that celebrates all that everyone wants to see about New York City: the music, the art, the dance, the food, and all. So we have a little snippet, a little video to show you what it's about.
400 years of dreams, hustle, love, and community. And for 16 incredible years, we've come together to celebrate what makes this city truly great: you. The NYC Multicultural Festival is back, bigger, bolder, and more beautiful than ever. This year, we're taking over the city with 2 full weeks of cultural joy through the NYC Multicultural Festival Tour. From June 8th to 20th, local events, concerts, workshops, and tastings will pop up in every borough. It all kicks off June 7th and closes June 21st with one mission: to show the world that we are New Yorkers. Whether you're a performer, a vendor, or a neighbor, come celebrate your heritage, share your flavor, be seen, be heard, be here, because there's no festival like our festival.
So we want to thank you, Curtis, for the funding. We want to thank the Department of Cultural Affairs. We also want to thank West Harlem Development Corporation, and thank you as well, folks, for your support. As you see, we have extended it from just 2 weekends to 2 weeks. And we hope that if you have a program that you would like us to cross-promote with you during June 8th to 20th, that you will go on our website and self-publish your project. Okay. Again, June 7th will be at Jackie Robinson Park, and June 21st will be on St. Nicholas Avenue from 141st to 145th. Then I'm going to now put on my hat from Committee Board 9. We have a business conference coming up. So if you would like to learn how to fill out the application for UMass, there will be an application walkthrough. Curtis as well will be there to talk about all the various resources that Harlem Development Corporation offers. We're also having the commissioner from NYC Department of Consumer and Workers Protection coming to talk about licensing and permits that are needed, and every other things that the agency provides. Bernadette Nation from SBS is also coming to provide different information. So the program is from 9 to 4, and we will be offering breakfast and lunch for those people who want to stay the whole day. Thank you so much. So, the date is May 3rd, this coming Saturday, and the flyers in the back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Joyce, you look like spring. You look so beautiful, yes. Up now is a wonderful producer and a friend of mine, Shireen Anderson.
Good morning.
Good
morning. It's still morning, right? Yeah, it's not noon yet. All righty, so the last time I was here, I talked really fast because I was at the end and folks was like, yeah, 30 seconds. So now I have a little bit more time. I can breathe and not go as fast. So I'm here to, oh wait, oh, there we go. I'm here to talk about the Negro Ensemble and Picadillo partnership to bring back ceremonies in Dark Old Men, starring Norm Lewis. It's being directed by Clinton Turner Davis. Yep, give it up. Everybody loves Norm. Just clap for him. That's fine. That's great. Boza was actually there last Friday. Was our opening night, and Boza was there. So glad you could make it. It was great to see you. So it is only there. It's at the Theater of St. Clements, which is it's performing until May the 18th. So it's not a long run. This is the first time in 40 years that Ceremonies in Dark Old Men is back. I see Richard. Richard is actually bringing a group. I believe it's May 4th. May 4th. So if you want to join Richard's group, feel free to reach out to him. If not, there are flyers in the back. There's a QR code where you could purchase tickets. Or if you want to come and see me, if you can't make Richard's group on May 4th and you want to do another group, or you want to purchase individual tickets, please feel free. But please, really, it's really important that we support, especially these, these works that's been done in the past and then are now being brought back. It's an amazing cast, and it's going really well. But we need your support between now and May the 18th. So don't delay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, now we'll welcome the president of Alethea Original Artworks, Alethea Brown.
Greetings, everyone. So I was away last month, and I want to say thank you in abundance to Boza and all of those who supported my journey as an artist. I went to my southern roots to do an exhibition in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Got to see the International Museum of Art in Charleston, where my father was from. Got to connect with family for the first time. So there was an abundance of cultural overlaps, and even the museum reached out to me and have put me officially on their wait list for exhibiting with them in the future. So kudos to the journey I got to have. I want to make two mentions before I put the video up. So one is that I have an art workshop tonight that is happening. I thought I was getting a hook. Okay, I'm not at their time. Thank you very much. All right, got you. So I have an art workshop because this is Jazz Month for the music celebration, and at no better place than to celebrate jazz, but in NAMA, New Amsterdam Musical Association. So tonight from 7 to 10 p.m., I will be doing an art workshop called The Color Work of Music for grown folks to get some playtime with some color. We are all wearing color, we all eat color, we ingest color. So I want you to understand the metaphysics behind that is wellness and healing. And in a time like this, like no other time before, because we never had technology added on to all the woes of life, that is what I'm going to be doing while you listen to a playlist of music. DJ Masai, who has always been the behind scenes of my music story journey, has the original music that you'll hear on the video, but the playlist is what I got from him on my tablet. So there are layers of that music. Also, I am exhibiting as participating artist in the Grace Congregational Church of Harlem on 139th, and that's going to be May 3rd and 4th. Val Style is in the show as well, raise your hand. So Harlem is doing their art and cultural thing all the way live. So I want you guys to understand part of what I'm doing in this video is telling the story of this journey that I've been on with these shows. There's a flyer on the table for the exhibition, so you can get the details of that. Without the art, we would be great. The color work of music. Don't play it safe. Step into what's gonna lift and make others stop and stare. Let us create, then share. Do or dare. Sometimes, living as a grown-up, we need playtime. Painting is cathartic. The room, music, a brush with color. Let us trust our spirit and flow. Let your art speak. The show is an art extravaganza. I speak visually, spiritually. Lines, images are attention grabbing. They have a vibrant presence to behold. When I'm using red, yellow, and blue, channeling childlike energy, color is bold, brilliant, or themed images scaled in monochromatic hues. Each colorfully arrive, left to right, then circle down. Art makes the untalkable talkable. They have spiritual purpose. Each of my art babies available for purchase. Creativity be my strength, my salvation, my freedom. On a flight to the other half of my line, Gullah Geechee stories, images, symbols, hidden messages, folks underrepresented, globally celebrated. I'm a blend, Harlem to Charleston. EA, the exhibition for we, the Womb Warriors, Orangeburg in the Carolinas, the African diaspora, striking, reconnecting, and art-filled applause on a full campus. The Arthur Rose Museum housing Mother Earth. These historic walls unifying, demystifying, visual conversations with she-ness, imagination, sensations provoking what's not often enough, brought to an unbalanced industry. As I continue the journey assigned for me, raffling my art, a sharing affordably, a night at the Apollo, she, a fellow creative, accepted the winning ticket. Mothers, daughters, sisters, and even friends allow what I visually birth to summons you, then lift and shift as we share dialogue. Each creation for eyes, collectors, till the generations forthcoming. Timeless art is building legacy as a woman in the industry. Our visual voices needn't be such a mystery. I stand before you. My journey is to be seen, valued, recorded. I am Alethea Brown, more than a color by name. I step into spaces to tell stories without words. Alethea's original art.
Amazing, amazing. Let's give it up for Alethea Brown. Really beautiful. And so coming up next is the co-founder and curator of the NYC Musicians Collective, Damon Mendez.
How's everybody doing? This is such a great thing. I just want to say really quick that the stellar presentations, every time we come in here, they just go higher and higher. So give everybody a round of applause for that. You know, that's amazing. And Kitty, oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, so could you play the...
and my dad's love of jazz, I was surrounded by music. That's probably the reason that I knew at a young age that music was going to be my passion. But I had no idea where that love of music would take me.
We know that we're blessed. So again, I am so pleased to be here with my sister to give her this wonderful humanitarian award.
And a very pleasant good evening. Hello, everybody. Wow. I am blown away. First, Vosa, you are my surprise. My brother. Thank you so very, very much. I tell you, when I see people singing songs from 1985, 86, and they're still playing it on the radio and it's still current, it makes me feel really, really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was November of last year. We had a great performance. So what I'm going to ask, because this is an appropriate time for this, something like this, is for everybody to look at each other, your neighbor, and say, shake it, shake it.
Shake it.
We have no fear. We have no fear. All this thing that's going on right now, there's one thing about the Harlem Arts Alliance, that everybody's being creative. We all come we're on the business where we hear a lot of no's. We hear a lot of no's, but in this room, it's yes. It's yes, we can do it, we can move forward, we can do great things, and I definitely want to say, because of this gentleman over here, that everybody feels the same way about Vosa Rivers, and that's where the yeses came that helped the New York City Musicians Collective grow and grow and grow. So we're doing some great things. The things that you saw, the last group was Bernard Fowler. Bernard Fowler started out doing this songs at I can't remember the name of the club now, but he ended up working with the Rolling Stones. He's been with the Rolling Stones for 40 years. And incredible touring, great vocals and all. And the person that was with him is Mick Murphy. Yeah, the system. The system. Everybody knows that too. So it's Mick Murphy. Mick Murphy's going to be one of the ones that's going to be this coming November 1st. That which I want everybody to please mark it on your calendar. We're going to discuss it with Vosa exactly where it's going to be in Harlem. It's going to be in Harlem for sure. So we're definitely happy about that. But I'm totally blessed, since I've been a part of the Harlem Alliance. And today I just want to give you some ideas of what the collective will be doing, because we're committed to, taking the time to give artists and musicians their flowers, and smelling the roses. And it's very, very important. And then, because we know we've lost Roy Ayers, a bunch of other great artists, Roy Haynes, a bunch of artists that we didn't get time to do, but we want to celebrate the artists, the great artists that we have, and just like with Vi, And she was so surprised, which was so happy, and both, as you know, it was a great day, it was a great evening, and we'll continue to do things like that with this coming year. But what we're doing right now, May 3rd, we're doing at Smash Studios on West 36. We're filming interviews with elite musicians that I've worked with, Chaka Khan. On the background, her original background singles will be at Smash. We'll film that and then present that at which will be, if you do a QR scan, if you go to that, and all that information will come up. Then on May 19th, Ronnie Drayton, incredible guitarist, well known from Jamaica, Queens, played with everybody. So we're going to honor him at Smash Studios as well, and have a incredible guitarist, Vernon Reed from Living Color, Eddie Martinez, Mike Ciro, different great guitarists from the community that'll be a part of that. And then June 8th for Black Music Month, we'll have a panel discussion with Hank Shockley. Hank Shockley is the creator of Public Enemy, and we'll have that discussion at the Pier 57, where they have their rooms that's located there for great presentations. And then August 23rd, it's going to be called the Jamma Cue, which will be in Queens at the Walt Wilkins Park, part of the Black Spectrum Theater that's there in Queens. And we'll be doing a presentation there with jam sessions during the day, and then special events with with Najee performing and different artists that from Queens, Lenny White, great musicians, because they're all from that Queens area, from the Jamaica Queens, which is well known. And we'll also, because not only for the music that we do, but we have the prostate screening truck that'll be there, the mammogram truck will be there, the blood truck will be there. We'll also have a room to the side that'll be for mental health, which a lot of folks going through that with all the different things going on. We're just not here for the music, but we're here to take care of our fellow man, which is so important. But once again, the November 1st, the 225, we're going to be honoring Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Hank and Keith Shockley, and Eric Sadler. That's the Bomb Squad. So that's one of the ones that we're honoring, but we have others, again, Mick Murphy. But we're doing some great things, for the community. We're definitely, again, I'm speaking to Boza as far as doing November 1st here in Harlem and put that together. But I thank everybody. I love what you're doing, everybody's doing, and God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, David. Shake it, shake it. So up next, we got the Executive Director for the ICE Theater of New York, Yarina Ribbon.
Good morning, everyone. So thanks, Boza, for letting me present again, and thanks to our funders, Harlem CDC and the Department of Cultural Affairs. ICE Theater of New York is an ice dance company, and we're a not-for-profit based here in the city, and we do a lot of programming in Harlem, but the seasonal rinks are closed, so there's no more ice in Harlem. So our next upcoming event is the home season, and we did a code for the Harlem Arts Alliance members to come for free on the Friday night performance, which is May 2nd. So we have 3 nights of performances, May 2nd, May 3rd, and May 5th. May 5th is our big gala night. And I missed the last meeting because I was at the World Figure Skating Championships, which were being held in Boston. And the young man who won for the 2nd time there will be our guest performer on Monday, May 5th. So let's look at some of the skating. repertory company. So we work with choreographers from the dance world, from the ballet world, from Broadway, and this is our 40th anniversary. Some of these pieces that will be performed we have done before. We're restaging them in honor of 40 years of programming. And I have a little clip of the young man who's going to be our guest on May 5th. Does quad jumps, all 6 of them that exist. One of them is 4.5 revolutions in the air. We call him the Baryshnikov of skating. So if you have a moment to come and watch, the show is about an hour long, and it's at Chelsea Piers Sky Rink, which is the place that has seating in New York City for ice skating performances. And I'll be back when we do new programming up in Harlem. You know, we have the annual Christmas show up in the Riverbank State Park, so we will definitely let you know when that happens. It's always the 2nd Saturday of December. But come on down to Chelsea. Thank you.
Thank you, Arina. And last but not least, producer Eric Oberstein.
Good morning. How's everyone feeling? Good. My name is Eric Oberstein. I'm a producer. I was, for a long time, managing director at Harlem Stage, just down the way. But actually, this week, I just launched my own music producing company called Eric Oberstein Productions. So I'm really excited to be with you all. But thank you to Boza and to TJ and to John for having me this morning. So I lead this other life, I guess now my full-time life, as a Grammy and Latin Grammy winning music producer. I'm Cuban American. I've spent many years working with jazz and Latin jazz artists. And I'm really fortunate to have been invited by a wonderful big band leader named Joe McCarthy. For 25 years, he has run the New York Afro-Bop Alliance Big Band. They're Latin Grammy winning big bands, really celebrating a wide range of music, but rooted in Afro-Latin jazz. And we all know that these are tough times. We need to come together, and we are embarking on a new project called Unity. So just a quick background. So this band, as I said, has been around for a quarter century, 20 members strong, representing different styles of music. What we are doing is creating a community-based project and residency called Unity, as I said. Joe lives in Connecticut. The band is based here in New York City. We have commissioned a composer based in Harlem named Alex Brown, who is the longtime pianist for Paquito de Rivera, to write a new work, a 10 to 15 minute piece on the subject of unity, where we're going to be doing interviews with our neighbors here in Harlem, across the city, in Connecticut, where Joe is from, and then we're doing interviews globally as well, to ask folks, what does unity mean to you, and how can we achieve it in these times? I know these feel like really basic questions, but man, do I wake up every morning thinking about these things, and I'm sure you all do as well.
I'm about to get shipped out, that's why.
Pardon?
As an American, I'm about to get shipped out, so yes.
These are serious issues, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is in September, we're starting early, September.
Go to the website first. Nah, that's when I retired. Yeah, and I'm still working. So I don't want to be let out. And he took his spot.
No, well, they can't use the website because the website. I don't know how to say it. This is not about just, we've got to really be aware. So my program is So my program is called Echoes of Our Ancestors, African American.